Good morning, guys. I am Mama Bear to Many. I am mom to 14 children. 12 of those children are still at home. And this morning has been crazy already. So the baby hasn't been feeling well, and I ended up coming downstairs in the living room with her around 4 or so. And then she fell back asleep. And as she fell back asleep, I laid her down and I went to go make coffee. And as I was making coffee, I thought I saw a shadow out the window, and I was like, oh no, an animal's out. So I go and I look, and it reminded me of a children's book where the cow or whatever animal hides or whatever. So I go and I look and there's nothing. So I go get water to put in the coffee pot, and then I come back and I see the cow, and she was going straight for my high tunnel. So she was hiding behind these hay bales over here and headed straight for the high tunnel door. So now I planned on doing a garden tour, end of season type garden tour for September, because it's the beginning of September. And we are going to make that now after the cow has already been there. So let's see. What do you think, Lila? Yes. Yes. So we're going to see. My daughter said that it looked quite not so great in here. So let's go see. And then we're going to try to save whatever's left. The cows obviously are back away now. It wasn't a big deal. She was just, coming out here and coming in the high tunnel to eat everything. All right, let's go. And she was only in here for a couple minutes. Literally, I saw her and I couldn't come right out after her because I had the baby sleeping on some place that wasn't stable for her. So I went and I woke 3 people, and then I came back in, checked on the baby, went out the door, and she was already coming out the back of the high tunnel. But this is seriously, these are things that people do not usually normally show because they don't want to say this is homesteading. But this is real life homesteading. What do you think, Cheyenne?
Yep.
Okay, so here we go. What do you think, Lila? Did she do lots of damage? Okay. So obviously, very weedy. We have been busy canning rather than weeding. And this time of year, it happens a lot. So she decided, obviously, to make a hot mess of this corn. So let's walk along here. Hello. She went right through there. I see more corn down. More corn all over the place. I don't know how she ate so much stuff in such a little time. She ate the tops of my leeks. Thank you to the viewer that said that leeks grow back. Maybe they will grow back. So we will cut these. And I'll cut all those down to the bottom and then see how that goes. Here, I gotta stand back a little bit so you guys can see. So, trampled right on through here.
Instead of just eating it.
And then, if you notice over here, hey look, she ate the tops of all of those Brussels sprouts.
And,
look over there in a minute. Okay, let's see. So, today we are going to need to take out probably all this corn and see if we have any. I mean, these were not doing very well anyway. We do have some though. And it looks like she ate just the, it doesn't even look like she ate too much corn. It looks like she more trampled through it because she saw something better on the other side. Yep, another trampled down section. And then apparently she must have gone through this and trampled down some tomatoes here. Pushed those out. Over here. Alrighty, I need to walk over this side a little bit. Got tomatoes all over the ground. I don't know if you can see them or not. That we'll need to pick up.
those won't pull from the root, so if you want them standing back up,
Alright, so we're gonna go over here and see what she did over here. Oh, look, a head of cabbage was yummy. I hope I hope my cow has a lot of gas later, all this cabbage. That's all I have to say about all this. Look at this, ready? Good thing she's not milking, she'd be tooting away. Look at all that. Parsley.
She dragged along.
All the kale. All my collards. All the Brussels sprouts. Cabbage. Guys, literally, she was out here for like 15 minutes, if that. That's how much damage one animal can do in 15 minutes. Last year, actually around the same time, we had piglets in September? No, August. In August, and 4 piglets had gotten out. Maybe it was even sooner. It might have been July piglets that had gotten out, because they had a little bit of size to them. They're probably like 8 weeks old, and it was like September, and they like rooted up like all these areas. So this year we have cows. Yes, we have cow issues apparently. So take a breath, figure out what you're going to do. Corn's number one. I want to get that off of the ground. We're going to pick that corn up. Tomatoes off the ground and that type of stuff. Then we'll cut the stalks there, cut those leeks to where they need to be, and then decide from there where we're going to go. There's also things in other gardens that I planned on taking care of today, so we shall see. Look at our big old hoof prints. Let's go check out this other garden, which the gate was left open. There's a gate. If the gate was shut, then this wouldn't be an issue. But obviously, the gate was left open because apparently she has a thing for cabbage. So we're going to pick some things through here. I see some cucumbers there. We have some lemon. Just lemon balm. We'll cut some of that lemon balm. All these beans need to get done again. Thankfully she didn't come and, well, she did on that side. Look at that. What the heck, darling? Okay, so we're gonna pick through all these beans again today. Lots to do, lots to do. She didn't like zucchini, and I really needed zucchini, so I'm thankful she didn't do anything to the zucchini. So 1, 2, I actually think the bull might have been in here because he was closer, because when I saw him, he was like behind the hay bale over there. Apparently they really like cabbage. And Brussels sprouts. Well, cabbage family. Oh, look, they left us a present. I'm so excited. Now they have diarrhea because they ate the cabbage. Not sure if that's why, but that was awfully loose poop. Either that or they were running while they were trying to poop, and then it made that mess there. But yeah. Anyway, my daughter had already come through and pulled some of these plants here in these beds because those were already done. So thankful for that. We still have some beans on here that we're going to pick. We picked those with our friends the other days when they were here. So we'll probably pick those again. And, ooh, we got a zucchini here. What an odd plant. Okay. A zucchini here that can get picked. I think she picked one of these the other day. There's a small zucchini in there that could get picked if we wanted to. I don't think so. I have to see. We're making salsa today as well. Some of this basil, a bunch of that basil needs to get trimmed up. So all right, let's
I
go check out the other gardens.
As you can see, this is a zucchini flower, but see how it has just like one poker thing there? There's obviously a bug in there, so I need to squish that too. I'm going to take that poker thing out and I'll show you how to fertilize this plant. I think it's so cool to see a bee inside of a flower. I was going to show you guys how to fertilize this plant, and there's a bee right there, which is probably doing the fertilization as we speak. Basically what you would do is, let me see, here we go. Take this, I'm trying to get it to, okay. Do you see that? This is from the other plant. I took the leaves off from up here. And all I'm gonna do is just touch the tops of that. So if you're in a high tunnel or something, you can have a higher rate of fertilization if you do this to your plants. So this pokey one, that one has a lot of them inside, so the one that has just one inside is going to touch the ones that have a lot, and that's it, and then it will fertilize and you will have a zucchini. Okay, so this is the garden next to the milking parlor area, which, cows, get out, see, cow, got out. They like totally broke through. So, this back here has a bunch of butternut squash, and thankfully it looks like she didn't touch any of them.
They don't like squash.
So there is a bunch in here, which I'm super excited about. We're not harvesting those as of yet. As you can see, some of them are really small. And the busted fence. All right, let's go over to some other gardens. I don't know that this site is looking good. So she took, or he took down a bunch of this with a bunch of corn in here. Oh goodness. So we will clean up this area that the corn is down and leave the other area. You're hearing our pig. She was in here yesterday. This was like covered yesterday, so she has eaten through a lot of that. What do you think, Mama? She is due to piglet in a few weeks. I forget when exactly, but she's due.
22nd.
What do you think? And so this area goes into like that half of the building there. Her water trough. This is the area that needs to get rebuilt. These are pig buckets full of stuff. If you have pigs, you know what it's like. And so the house, this will be coming out, and we'll be building another area over here. We do not have enough pallets left, and we are cleaning up this area. So what we did the other day is, let's see if we're going here. What we did the other day, this is cement from before we started off cementing this side for pigs. And then what I did before was I put a bunch of gravel in this side. So this is the pen for where she is. So this is, would be like her birthing area. And then she has all that outside area out there. And then what we did was we have this cement here that we just did the other day, and the back hole is right there for her piglets to come in. And then this hole will be for another mom from this thing to come in here. So we did that, and now we just need to come across the middle, so there'd be two separate sections, and then also plug that back hole there. They had to lift that up. I think actually this is going to come down some, or we might get another board. We'll have to see how it is. I think that one of the pigs was trying to get into the other piglets because she thought they were hers, so I think we might actually have to bring another pallet, or another piece of wood down there, and then run that across, so that yeah, so that they each have an area. She's due first. She's due in like 2 or 3 weeks. And then we have another pig that's due probably 2 weeks after that. So they will be coming in here. What we will be doing is kind of changing our style of how we're raising pigs. Not that. We really like that. We feel like they need to be up here and with us when they're pigleting. That's not an option where we live. We had pasture pigs trying to give birth out on pasture, and we had coyotes literally
taking piglets as they were born. So that is not safe for our area. So we have them up here where if needed we can put heat lamps on them all seasons. We have enough for 2 pigs to piglet here. So yeah, that is the plan. We need to rebuild this fence. We like the pallets around it so they can't like go up and under. We had some field fence and then we had electric wire around that, if you've seen other videos, but now we're moving it back to pallets and electric fence. That works better. She does like you. Is that your dog? All right, let's head to that other garden. Girl, good job. So in here, this tangled mess, the tomato plants did last, but it did not get weeded the whole time. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is actually picking all the tomatoes that are in here that are green, because we want to clear this out. We need to organize some animals so that we can get animals getting the sheep and stuff. The sheep and stuff need to be separated and get bred and butchered and like separate all that type of stuff. Yeah, I hear it. So right now, currently, the male is in here, separated from the ladies over there. Oh, and the ducks are out here now as well. So we're gonna walk over to, let's see, the gardens over there. Well, we did have some shingles. We've actually this week been working on putting a new roof on our house, which is I'm super excited for. I don't even know how much stories I have told you or not. It has been totally crazy. So we had a raccoon come and start, after we butchered a couple chickens and we got the ones that we wanted to keep, a raccoon came in and started like ripping heads off chickens in the middle of the night. So we tried to take care of that, and that took a little bit, but then we actually saw the raccoon up the road.
It's actually probably not dead because I saw prints in the woods.
Okay, so we're not quite sure if the raccoon is dead or alive, but we had to change our housing situation for our chickens. So now that we're down so many chickens, we just have this portable coop, electric fence on at all times, and the chickens that we have left hanging out here, and you know, the one that got out over the other side. So we have these here. I need to build a whole nother chicken barn, which will happen eventually, but we have so many things that need to get done. It's like, okay, what comes first, what comes second, all that type of stuff. So we did the pig stuff first so we could get that pig up here. We moved the cabin. You guys saw we moved the cabin. We are working on the roof right there. Oh my goodness, these trucks. We're working on the roof right there, which this is a rope attached to my husband's truck, which he would grab in case he fell. We don't know what we're doing. We're YouTubing things and deciding how to do it, and I think that we pretty much got it. I don't know, better than it was. Okay, we are going through this garden now. So this is that other garden here. We're saving these seeds here. We have some apples that probably can be picked. Oh, maybe they're still not ready. I don't know.
A tree that's over there, I think, is ready.
These aren't ready as of yet. We'll have to see. These ones might be ready. There's a couple on here. Checking out these trees. Let's see about these ones. We need to pull some of these apples in. These look probably ready. Let's see. So I'm just gonna twist, pull. That's good. Those okay.
Yeah, those ones are ready.
So we're gonna pull these. These are radishes. So these will get pulled today. All of these radishes will all get pulled today. Couple beets in there growing. Those will probably just get used for a meal at some point. My daughter did say that there was some, she pulled some of the beans
but she did say that there was some grapes ready. So these are potatoes, and then we have these. I told her she can just pull those out because we don't need any more seeds. And we need to cut some of this Swiss chard today. Look at a little broccoli head. Yay! Let's go see these grapes. The trucks are always so active, like early in the morning until about 12 o'clock. Well, maybe like 11 o'clock. So we are going to pull some of these grapes and probably make grape jelly. Let's see.
Yeah, they're slightly tart. I make grape jelly. We've been harvesting these elderberries as we can off of this tree, and then we're going to go through this little gate here. We need to cut back all of this comfrey here and give it to an animal that's really healthy for them. Might actually throw it to the cows. We'll see. Not much going over here, I guess. What a year, what a year. Okay, let's go back over here. I feel like I've been trapped in the house a little bit just because there's been so many things to do. Not really trapped. I don't want to say that. I love being in the house. I love cooking. I love organizing. I love all those things. I guess it's more like just I haven't been out here to see what was going on. But I think I'm getting a plan for the day. That's what I'm doing. I think it's like 8, maybe around 8. These ones definitely. I was thinking it was this tree that was one of the earlier ones. So this tree is going to be harvested today. Probably dig these potatoes today. Can you see those? We'll probably dig those today. These need to get thrown to an animal. Some of those beets will probably come out. Some of these nasty things are going to get killed. Got some yellow squash in there. Let's come over here. What do we got in here? Are these all yellow? I was thinking so. There's some beets in there too. Got some more yellow squash down here. So I think that we're going to harvest yellow squash. And then probably just look. I can see some beets in this bed here. And then look to see what's over there. Wow, that's been an adventure. I see some apples on this tree too. So we've got a lot to do today. I think number one goal is going to be harvesting and getting things situated so that the things that are still growing are able to grow and that we don't lose the produce that has been attacked. One day at a time, people. I always, and I love that song, one day at a time, sweet Jesus. That's like my song. Pretty much everyone knows that that's my song. I honestly do not know all the words to that song, which is very sad. I need to print them out and sing. But I always, I'm not a singer at all, but I still like to praise the Lord, so yay. I think of that though, like one day at a time, like the Lord's given me today. What am I going to do with today? And what am I going to be thankful for? I can choose to be like really upset that everything's like crazy. And it is a little upsetting at the same time, like it's okay. Like the Lord allowed that to happen and I can just be thankful for what I do have. And that is the attitude that I would prefer to have over being grumpy and sad over things that I don't have or that I can't change. So we are going to get to this. I'm actually kind of excited. Oh, I forgot to say, there's this right here. Woo! I didn't even see these beans before. Look at all those beauties. Look at them. So we're going to pick these. And I was thinking about doing this because I wanted to go in here in this crazy garden in here. There is pumpkins and there is a bunch of stuff in here. There was cabbage. I kept planting stuff in here. And then remember we had the chickens in this building? Well, we had the meat birds in here. And I thought that I could just put the other birds in here, and that's where the raccoon was coming. So I'd like to actually clear this out, pick all those. Yeah, we're gonna have fun today.